Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Berkeley National League Championship action. And in our next game coming up here, it is the 2 versus 7 matchup as USA Blue, the 2 seed, takes on USA Red. USA Blue is wearing the white caps. USA Red is in the blue. Apologies in advance for that confusion. As we get things started, joined by Cal men's water polo head coach Kirk Everest. Greg Meskel here with you at the Speaker Aquatics Complex. And we get things started here with USA Blue controlling the opening sprint. Shot clock about to expire here for Blue as we start things off from the outside, and a save is made there. And it'll come right back, and they try and go right back inside of 2 meters, and the ball turns over. Kirk, we look at this game, a pretty experienced college age group against some younger guys. Going to be a bit of a challenge here for the USA Red.
Yeah, this is a great experience for the youth, junior age team out here against some of the guys that might be competing in Rio and like you said, a really experienced college age team. So it's a good experience and good opportunity for them.
Drew Holland starting in goal for USA Blue, Sam Krutnog for USA Red. It's a battle out on the perimeter, and the ball will be turned over. They will award the ball to Blue. And Drew Holland plays his college ball at Stanford. He'll send things ahead. Here's Thomas Dunston. And now Nick Bisconti. Knocked down there, out to the perimeter. Kimball, they're working around the way, now near side. Plenty of time on the shot clock here as Blue works on the attack. Dunston feeds it inside, but too much on that pass. He was looking to set things up for Cupido, who was posting up.
Yeah, had position there on the post. The ball just skipped by.
People know Luca for his outside shooting, but obviously pretty versatile, can post up as well.
Yeah, he's a good utility player. I think you can use him as a center, a defender, and he can play both sides of the pool as an attacker as well.
They go inside, tipped away, and Holland comes up with it. So we're scoreless start. 2 minutes gone by here between Blue and Red in the National League Championship. They push it now the other way. Blue on the attack. And they'll pull the ball out and start to regroup. And now we see Cupido on the perimeter. Dunston. Cupido, timer about to expire. Save made there. Krutnog on the attempt from Luca Cupido.
Bisconti gave him good position there, made the defense drop back, and Coopy got an outside shot off of it. Nice block by the goalie.
On the other end, here's Red, and they'll get an opportunity, 6-on-5. And exclusion is called. It will go against Dunston. And a power play here for Red. They work it around the horn. Still scoreless here. First 3 minutes just about gone by. Save there, Holland. Rebound. And a steal, Jackson Kimball in front. Sides come even.
Good rotation. Nice block by Holland in the cage.
On the other end now, Blue looking for their first goal. Defending champs of the National League, USA Blue. Save again. Rebound, and then a drag down. Easy penalty call there. Rebound right in front to Bisconti, and he was dragged down from behind by Matt Meyer.
Yeah, it's just a bit of bad luck. Ball rebounds right in front of the center who's being fronted. And White has a penalty shot.
And it'll be Cupido to take this one. Save made, Krutnog. So goalie shining here to start, Kirk, in the first quarter.
Yeah, he guessed right on that, and Luca didn't have option B on the penalty shot. Thought he could just power it through, and goalie guessed right and was there for the save.
On the other end now, does this lead some momentum? And that pass just over the top, looking to get an opportunity around 2 meters. Cupido has it back. He'll have some help weak side. Sends it across the way. Here's Carnelia working free. And another penalty. So back-to-back penalties for USA Blue as Carnelia had tried to break free there of Marko Vavic.
You see that a lot where you get transition opportunity off a mistake on the penalty shot, and then the miss on one end leads to a wide open opportunity on the other.
This time, it'll be Chancellor Ramirez to take the penalty. And this time, he puts it home. Ramirez scoring on the penalty, and USA Blue answers first, 1-0. And now we see both teams getting to their bench.
Yeah, Chancellor didn't take any chances there. Went right over the head of the goalie.
See what you did there, Kirk. Chancellor taking no chances. Nicely done.
There you go.
First quarter, he's on his game with the puns. So a couple of your guys out here, guys that you coach, and you know, guys that have committed to Cal. Can you watch this and just kind of enjoy it, or are you just thinking, no, Luca, pass it over here? What are you doing?
I'm enjoying the weekend. It's a nice, great weather here in Berkeley. The pool looks great. It's nice to have high-level water polo in this pool, speaker pool, and having fun watching it.
Working inside, a spin move there to break free. Red on the attack, just an ordinary. This is Dylan Woodhead. He'll get a look if he wants it. Deflected off the post, but Holland controls.
I think they've switched up some numbers there on the blue. That was Tyler Abramson, but the lefty out of Northern California.
Good to know. So if you're
Marimani
scoring at
High
home,
School.
that's Abramson wearing number 7. And we'll get a timeout called. So USA Blue will call for time with 3:07 to play here in the first quarter, and a low-scoring affair to start. Our first 2 games have seen quite a few goals in the first quarter, just one so far from Chancellor Ramirez on a penalty shot.
We've got a competitive game here. The young guys are out and focused and ready. They had an hour video meeting, so I think their heads are in the game.
Yeah. There's not too many teams in National League that are taking the hour video meeting. So
nope. Alex has got him on a short leash and ready to play. It's a great opportunity for training, going into the summer, national team selections, and you got to take advantage of the weekend that you have with these kids. They got a lot of things going on with high school swimming and club, and when you get them on a weekend, you got to take advantage of the hours.
And for those younger athletes too, I imagine they look at this as a chance to kind of prove themselves as they want to try and rise the ranks.
For sure. This could be the difference between making a travel team in the summer and not. So better be ready.
Great look in front. Easy does it. They go to Alex Rolsa, and he puts it home for a 2-0 lead on the power play goal.
Yeah, nice legs and balance by Rolsa at the post there. Took his time, found the open net.
Get a second look here, and they just put it right to Rolsa, right on the near post.
Yep, goes cross cage with it. Goalie's committed to the near side, takes his time, goes cross cage. Nice goal.
2-0 lead. After a slow start, Blue has added a couple, and now some pressure in the backcourt. That's Ben Halleck on pursuit. The exclusion. Rolsa scores on one end, kicked out on the other. Power play here to USA Red. Abramson now around to Travisano. Sides coming even, power play over. That pass nearly got away. Shot clock to 4. That's off the post, long rebound to Holland.
Yeah, USA Blue was really patient on that 6-on-5, almost too patient. At some point you got to pull the trigger, but younger players looking for that extra pass, not seeing the lanes, and ran out of time.
On the other end in transition, Rolsa moving in. Another off the post. And the rebound controlled. And Talked about those 6-on-5s. It's probably why teams practice them so much. You have to get that sense and that kind of timing down just right.
Yes, there's a lot of teamwork involved in it, a lot of moving parts and players that have to move together, can't be in the same passing lanes and shooting lanes, and it takes a lot of familiarity to be successful.
Holland knocks it down there on the attempt. Travisano moving in. He is denied, and 1:18 to play. First quarter, 2-0 lead for USA Blue, now in transition with Maxwell Irving. Goes to Rolsa, a couple of UCLA teammates, and they push it out to Dunston. Right in front, wave it off, no goal. They'll say a push off there on Rolsa in at 2 meters. And now a long outlet leaking out. Here's Travisano ahead of the crowd. Giving chase, Halleck. Skip shots in, and USA Red is on the board. Jason Travisano connecting. 2-1 is the score with under a minute to play in the first.
Yeah, those are always killers where you have an offensive opportunity and you got players in the backcourt spectating, watching the play, and the ball doesn't go in, and Travisano leaked out, got behind the defense, and scores an easy goal.
And much needed there for USA Red, their first goal. Head coach Alex Rodriguez happy with that. On these USA teams, the senior team staff split up, so Jack Coker leading the USA Blue team. Rodriguez, the USA Red, both assistants to head coach Dejan Dovicic, who is here watching as well. Under a minute now in the first. Kimball in a tangle in the backcourt. And finally breaks free there. Goes
nice
ahead to
defense
Cupido.
by Araya there. That was pressured him out.
Oh, and Visconti just lost the handle. He had a clean look on goal, but from behind a steal.
Yeah, got ahead of himself, was shooting the ball before he caught it.
And a timeout here. USA Red will call for time. For a 2-7 matchup, USA Red's got to be pretty happy with where they're at here at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, I would. If I'm Alex, I'm really happy with the energy his team's coming out with. They're not backing down. They seem to be playing confident, and the room isn't too big for them today.
You talk about the size of the room, but the size of the pool, I think, was something a lot of these guys looked at and said, whoa, 30 meters. They've had to get used to that.
Yeah, you know, most of the club and the college events are 25 meters now, so the 30-meter pool is definitely different. The counterattack structure is a little bit different. That extra 5 meters gets on top of you physically as the game goes on, so we'll see how these young guys can withstand it for 4 quarters at a 30-meter course.
And we talked about in our last game, 30-meter course, but still 30-second shot clock. So you've still got to do the same amount of work in the same amount of time, but you've got to go a further distance. It might rush things offensively for some of these inexperienced athletes.
Yeah, you definitely don't have as much time to attack. And defensively, you know, if you can get them into one rotation and you're in a zone for a very short period of time. So it's definitely a different game tactically. Just because of the time that you have to attack the cage.
About a 5-second differential, shot in game clock. Last chance here for Red, and they throw it away. Irving comes up with it, and Holland now with 6 seconds. He's trying for something. He'll push ahead now. Here's Jackson Kimball. He'll let fly with 1 second left, and a skip sails wide of the goal. That's the end of the first quarter. 8 minutes in the books in Berkeley, and it's a 2-1 lead for USA Blue. We are back with more National League Championship action after this.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org. Second quarter about to begin here at Cal, and the opening sprint is tipped around and then finally controlled, and USA Red will start things off first with the ball. They trail 2-1 to open things up in the second quarter.
USA Blue seems to be starting in a real hard press, trying to impose their physicality on the young guys.
And the ball turns over, so things paying off defensively in the opening minutes here for Blue as they take off the other way. This is Bennett Williams controlling. He tries to give to Irving, but tipped away. Defense, Blyashov comes over.
Yeah, nice steal there. Anticipated the pass, jumped into the lane, get a turnover.
Pressure now. You touch on that press. Outside of the physical kind of exertion that it causes, if you're the offensive team, is there kind of a mental part of it too, where you just see people that won't give you any room to operate?
Yeah, and you know the fear you have, I'm sure Alex has here, is the physicality of the opponent, and that's a big jump for these guys. And I think Jack just decided let's play physical for a while and see if we can't change the tempo.
An exclusion there against Red. Power play here for Blue. Cupido, Dunston now. A variety of fakes and a save in close. Krutenog's did a nice job here through a quarter and a couple of minutes.
Yeah, that's where you got to move the ball around and kind of leave it up to one guy creating his own shot, and you move the ball around. These kids are going to get lost a little bit, and you're going to have an easy shooting lane. But good block by the goalie.
On the other end, shot clock already down to 4 here for Red, and they'll dump it aside. Wise move, and USA Blue will take control. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
So you see with that hard press, they really haven't been able to get the ball into the front court and really even put any pressure offensively. They're pushing them out and wearing them down.
On the other end, bar down and in for Jackson Kimball as USA Blue goes ahead 3-1.
Second time USA Blue has gone over the head of Krutenog, so they're looking at that as an opening.
Second look here on the replay.
That's a pretty nice shot. Kind of hard. That's pretty hard for the goalie to do anything about that.
Yeah. Kimball buries it, and it's a 3-1 lead. USA Red still hanging around in this one, but going to need to figure out a way to generate some more offense.
Blue sticking with the hard press.
And you alluded to this earlier, but it's so effective. In part, it wastes most of the shot clock for USA Red. So by the time they're even looking at the goal, they're down to under 10 seconds.
Yep. Got to create some movement, back some guys off, maybe get in a motion ejection, some grabbing, which is what we got right here.
There you go. They heard your thoughts from up here. An exclusion called. Irving, the guilty party, and a power play for Red here. And this gives them a little bit more room to operate with. Trailing 3-1. Looking in front. Near post, they had the body there, but it bounced off the bar, and they'll deal it out to Irving with the exclusion ending. So not a bad idea there. They tried to go to that far post on the entry, but just couldn't put it home.
Yep. A lot of times those long cross passes to the wings, that pass goes to the one man, and the center defender jumps from post to post, and you got an opposite post open.
Shot clock to 6 on the other end. Goalie out. Krutnog aggressively pursuing, and he forces the ball under.
Krutnog's a quick goalie coming out of the cage there. Steps out, helps out the defender, steals the ball.
Travisano. Moving in, miscommunication, and stolen by Irving. He was trying to give it off to Meyer, an easy steal there as Meyer is swimming the other way. And we'll get a timeout called by USA Blue with 4:03 to play here in the second quarter. A 3-1 lead for USA Blue over USA Red. The final game of the opening round of the National League Championship coming up next. The Olympic Club, the number 3 seed overall, takes on USA NorCal, so a real Northern California feel to that one. That'll be at 1 p.m., and then we get into the second round of the playoffs. We'll have the first game of the 5 through 8 bracket, then our first semifinal, New York Athletic Club taking on Alumni, and then our second semifinal at 6:20 p.m. That'll be the winner of this game, taking on the winner of our next game, the Oak Club NorCal game, and then it all leads to tomorrow at 1:30, the National League Championship. All the games live right here on USA Water Polo TV and available on demand through our YouTube page.
Guys are starting to get a little tired, so they have a wholesale timeout and wholesale subs for both teams.
Under 4 to play, second quarter. Some new bodies out there for USA Blue after the timeout. Here's Dunston working free. Rolsa gives a look. Dunston goes inside. Halleck the turn and draws the exclusion.
Looked like Halleck was ready to shoot that and couldn't quite pull the trigger or let it go and drew the ejection.
Jake Earhart excluded. Here's Dunston. Tipped out, Krutnog another on the attempt from Ramirez.
Krutnog got the scouting report there. That was over his head too. He was waiting for it.
That was probably a point of discussion during the last timeout. Couple have gone donut on Krutnog. Dunston inside, tipped out by Rolsa. Off the foot, and Cupido keeps it alive. They come near side, off the bar, long rebound as the ball ping-pongs around, and it's controlled by USA Red.
It's a nice defense by USA Red there. I think they've withstood the pressure and only giving up 1 goal in the first half or first 5 minutes of this quarter. So I think that's a good success for Alex's group.
On the other side, a turnover Hannes Dobé trying to spin inside and ended up giving up the ball as 3 white caps converged. Ramirez now full head of steam, works into the front court. Dunston, Cupido on the one time. They put it home, far post. 4-1, USA Blue.
Excellent counterattack, good structure. Brought the ball deep, took it inside the 2, and Cupido gets free cross cage. Not a whole lot the goalie can do about that. And, nice pass by Dunston.
Second look here. Luca's gonna break free. And that's a physical part of the game, but Cupido able to get rid of the defender, but not also be so forceful about it that he commits an offensive foul, something silly.
Yeah, you don't want to, you're going to get a little body on him, but you don't really need to push off a lot, and there's got to be a little subtleness in that move, and he's pretty good at it. Pushing him out again, continuing with the hard pressure. You see his team just getting shoved out. They got 2 players past 10 meters.
So 4-1 lead for USA Blue. And they turn the ball over, offensive foul.
Yeah, Kimball in the middle of the pool just kind of got a little bit aggressive and pulled over. Looks like number 3. Quentin Osborne drew the offensive, countering back to D.
Under 2 to play, first half, and they give it right back. So you see this red team, they get a couple of opportunities, but they've also committed a couple of poor turnovers.
Yeah, the Blues out there, pressing and getting in the passing lane, so everything's a 50-50 ball.
And now a ball up for grabs. And another takeaway. So a dangerous pass there from USA Blue, hoping that Dunston would get there. He never made it in time, and Red takes control. And a timeout called by Coach Rodriguez, and maybe sensing things getting a little sloppy here, calls time to talk things over.
Yeah, I think he wants to get a good offensive possession and set something up that the team can get a look at in the center position. They haven't been able to get the ball into the front court most of this quarter due to the hard pressure defense. So he's going to drop something, try to get a good look. He's only given up a couple goals this quarter. It's still a game, 4-1. So if they can get one as this quarter ends, you're going in the second half with a shot.
1:21 to play. First half, 4-1 lead for USA Blue. You often see the after goal play, or maybe there's a timeout before a power play where they draw something up. And a timeout like this, how often is it that you're calling a play, or is it more about maybe just reinforcing some of the things you're supposed to be doing?
I think right now they're reinforcing it. This is a team that's not together every day.
Sure.
So something, really complicated will tend to end up poorly going the other way. Miscommunication, turnover turns into counterattacks. I think Alex, he just wants to get a good look, and if he can get the ball into the center and try to draw an ejection and then run a 6-on-5, I think that's probably his goal for this possession.
But a more established team that plays a full season together, maybe that's a case
you
where
might
you
have
could say,
something where you need a goal and you've worked on it and you're not afraid of turning the ball over and having it end up go the other way.
Sure.
So 5-1, you'd rather be 4-1 than 5-1 at this point. That's a demoralizing goal that you give up.
Shot clock under 10. Skip shot. That had a long way to go, but Holland pulls it down 2 hands.
They use the clock there, got a decent shot. Bad angle, it's going to be tough, so we'll see. That bad angle shot can oftentimes lead to a good counterattack opportunity for the other team. But good counter to defense there. They clogged it up pretty good.
Ramirez, here's Dunston. Under a minute to play, first half, goes inside on the turn, and the score, Ben Halleck is there, putting it home. And it is now a 5-1 lead with 42 seconds to play, first half.
Yeah, Halleck made a good, quick move here. Got rid of Dylan Woodhead. He got got his momentum going away. Woodhead was trying to get around, get position, made a move inside, and Halleck felt that move and stepped out, and a lot of open water.
Might be the last possession here of the first half for USA Red, under 35 seconds to play. Ordinary called. Breaking free. Now stepping up, and field blocked away. Shot clock is off. 25 seconds left here. First half, USA Blue in charge, 5-1. Bennett Williams cruising in. Steps out and puts it over the goal, so tried to go one-on-one there and sailed it. And Red will get one more shot. Shot clock is off. 6 seconds left. Abramson goes across the way high at the goal. And the first half is complete with a 5-1 lead for USA Blue over USA Red. National League Championship action. We'll take a break. We come back with the start of the third quarter right here live from Berkeley on USA Water Polo TV. Third quarter begins in Berkeley, and it is a 5-1 lead for USA Blue. This team largely comprised of national team athletes and some of the best in the college game, and then USA Red, some up-and-coming athletes from the national team pipeline. Joined by Kirk Everest, Greg Meskel here with you from the Speaker Aquatics Complex. Kirk, after that first half, if you're in that USA Red huddle, is there one or two key adjustments you're making?
I think they have to adjust to the physicality of the game, and they're going to have to move a little bit and get down into the front court. They're getting pushed out pretty far, and that's affecting their offense. They're not going to score much if two of their players are getting pushed out past 8, 9, 10 meters. So they're going to have to move, release a little bit better, pressure pass better. You know, these are those things that the young players have to learn and play under pressure, play with physical players, bigger players. And that's what they're going to have to accomplish in order to establish any offense and give them a chance to score some goals.
Running out of time in this possession, they have to toss it aside, and you see that pressure again from USA Blue, making life difficult for Red.
This Red team is used to being bigger and stronger at the age group level, and that's a big adjustment in a short period of time.
Rebound in
Nice
front,
block.
couple of blocks there. Krutenog turning those two attempts aside. He's been a big piece here. This could be much worse than 5-1 for USA Red.
Yeah, I think he's had a really nice first half. He's quick, active in the cage, and he's made it hard on them, made them earn their goals.
On the other end, the skip, and denied by Holland. Tried to go near side. Ash Moulton, and he was turned away.
Yeah, Ash got free there on the wing, and that ball moves across the cage. Goalie tends to be near side. Probably look to go cross cage on that. You got a wide open cage.
Ramirez, goalie out in a hurry, and Krutenog is there for the steal. Looking for Halleck.
Second or third time he's come out of that goal.
On the other end, and Holland bats it away. If you're the coach and you see your goalie that aggressive, does that make you nervous seeing them come out of the cage like that?
No, I think, if you're going to establish a press and they're trying to at least get out, and your goalie's going to have to help you a little bit. As long as there's ball pressure and the perimeter player can't get an eye on a good look on the cage, your goalie can cheat a little bit.
Sure.
On the opposite side, the offense has to look at the goalie and kind of look him back into the goal. If there's an open net they can score on, that'll keep him honest. But right now, they're not really seeing him, and he's stepping out pretty well.
5:28 to go, third quarter. 5-1, the lead for USA Blue. The exclusion in transition as Cupido was dragged down. They'll regroup. Carnelia back out to Irving. Moulton excluded. A little too high for Irving. And they'll try and reset here. Still on the advantage. Field blocked. That was the attempt there from Carnelia, so that 6-on-5 didn't go as they would have hoped, and sides come even.
Yeah, backcourt ejection. They had to attack pretty quickly. Nice block.
Long cross pass here. Vavic. He goes back the other way and off the post and away on the long attempt there from USA Red, who will now head to the side as USA Blue calls for time with 4:35 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, USA Reds had the upper hand this quarter so far. They've had 3 nice opportunities, 3 shots on the goal, looking pretty good coming out in the second half. Haven't gotten any production out of it, but I think it's a good start for Coach Rodriguez and his team. They bounced back and are attacking.
Yeah, defensively, they've been able to hang around a little bit, but as you've alluded to, it seems a little bit harder to kind of manufacture those goals, especially when you're a bit undersized in some cases. Maybe you just don't have the same physical presence.
Yeah, I think that's your fear, you know, that whether you can establish center position, establishing center position for it's hard to run a hard press if the center is a major threat, and so far the defenders on USA Blue have been able to control the center position, and that allows the perimeter defenders to really extend without repercussion in the middle. So, but defensively, USA Red's done a nice job. I think 5 goals through 2.5 quarters versus this team it puts you in the game. And the last 3 possessions, I think they can get a couple goals out of that. They're in it.
We talked about the fatigue too, and some of these younger players having to play a bit of a bigger course. It'll be interesting to see over the next quarter and a half. Can they maintain that same level of defense, or does this get a little further away from them as we go to the 4th?
Yeah, that's always a concern.
Back to action from the timeout. Irving. Shot clock to 11. Rolsa gives a look. Faked on the big windup. Now he'll step through 2 defenders and skips it home. Alex Rolsa powering his way through. A couple of guys let him go, and he happily stepped up and buried it.
Yeah, he made that second move, and I think the defense thought he was already going to shoot that ball, and they left a little early.
Able to split through a couple of guys there.
These older, more experienced players, the play's not over. Get the ball out of his hand, you know, play defense first and keep him out of the cage. They did a pretty good job for about 27 seconds and then let it go.
6-1 lead for USA Blue. And they have the ball back once again. And here's Thomas Dunston. Played his senior year at Mater Dei in Southern California, coming from Connecticut. Dunston moving in, deals it off for a score. Dunston to Bennett Williams. And USA Blue adds on 2 in a hurry, now ahead 7-1.
A nice vision there by Dunston. Locking the goalie, committing him, and with the cross pass to Williams there, the defense got locked in, trying to field block, thinking Dunston's going to shoot, and opens up that cross pass, which is a killer for the goalie.
So quickly, just talking about a 5-1 game, and now it's a 7-1 contest, and just how fast that thing can turn around. And
yeah, especially after USA Red had, I think, 3 really nice opportunities to put another score on the board, and weren't able to convert on those opportunities. And next thing you know, a couple goals in at 7.
a few fakes and left of the goal. Earhart there, can't connect. And Dunston now will push the ball.
Nice transition defense there by USA Red. They communicated out, made the switches, and it was a small 3-on-2, but they shut the door on it.
Rolsa steps up. He's off the mark. Couple of misses on each end. Under 3 to play in the 3rd quarter. 7-1 lead for USA Blue. In transition now, Red looking for something. Only 1 goal thus far.
Red seems to have a little mismatch here at the center position. They should get a good attack here.
Skip shot, rather just a direct shot from the outside, and that is all net. Jake Earhart missed wide last time down, able to score here. And as you said, that was set up with a potential opportunity to go into 2 meters. They decided not to do that, and it leads to an outside score.
Yeah, Osborne got good position there on Irving, and and force the defense to have to drop back to help him, and an outside shot opens up, and USA Red takes advantage of it.
Second goal of the match for USA Red. They make it a 7-2 game with 2:22 to go in the third.
Those things that you grow from. Earhart missed the cage on the possession before. He's open on the next possession. He doesn't shy away from it, takes a shot, gets a goal. He'll learn from that.
Coming up next, USA NorCal Olympic Club, the 3-versus-6 matchup. Olympic Club, the 3 seed. Exclusion. Ben Halleck was battling in low. Earhart excluded. Power play here. USA Blue. And inside the 2 is the call. Wave off that attempt for Halleck.
Yeah, Carnelia tried to skip that shot from to the far post we talked about earlier. Has been successful, but inside the 2 meter.
Red now moving towards the goal. Cross cage is in. Hannes Dobé connecting, and a couple of goals here for USA Red. They pull to within 4 at 7-3.
A nice response by USA Red. That's a really nice shot. The last few shots from that angle, the USA Red has gone near side, and Ben's been right on top of that. And shooters need to look at the whole cage. At a young age, sometimes you just throw it to the nearest spot, near side, and the goalie knows it. Bringing it back cross cage, going against his momentum, opened it up there, and nice goal. Good response here, 7-3. Kind of got back into it, keeping it close.
Rolsa controlling. Shot clock to 8 for USA Blue. Bennett Williams now cross pass, looking Kimball. Skip, difficult angle, but he puts it away. Jackson Kimball.
You know, those are those killers. They have the attack set to one side. The goalie is set to that side, and then the defense breaks down and the ball swings all the way to the other, and that made it hard on the goalie to come back.
That looked like a tough angle to skip
home.
home.
That's a really tough angle. It's about a perfect shot. But as a shooter, you know the goalie's going to be jumping from one side to the other, and you kind of make an educated guess that the only thing, if you can get it to go cross cage, it's going to be open by the time the ball gets there. And but knowing that and placing it like that are two separate things. That was a great shot.
On the other end, another great shot, quick action on the connect from Marko Vavic. And so Red has started to find some life on offense here, trailing now 8-4.
Yeah, they haven't shied away from shooting the ball. And again, the wing defense kind of killing the goalie here. It's set up on it. The ball swings all the way from one side to the other, and that's a just catch and shoot, get it near side. The goalie can't get over there quick enough.
.30 seconds to play, third quarter. Exclusion on Earhart. Carnelia moving in. And now USA Blue will reset. Kimball lurking on that far post. Rolsa. Cupido now. Game clock to 10. Shot clock is off. They lose the handle. Sides coming even. Broken play here for USA Blue. Carnelia across the way. Rolsa will get a look. Winds up, skips it into the horn. Alex Rolsa connecting at the buzzer. And a back-breaking goal for USA Red to allow as USA Blue finishes the quarter off ahead 9-4. Rolsa there with a buzzer beater. Second look here, Kirk.
Yeah, USA Red's coming even, but they're overextended, and Rolsa just picks it up and throws the heat, gets it through the defense. That's disappointing to give up a goal right at the buzzer like that when they played pretty good defense and looked like they were going to get out of the quarter at 8-4, and Rolsa finishes it off 9-4.
Goes with the fastball. That works. A 9-4. We're back with the fourth after this, live from Berkeley.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org. Final 8 minutes of this one underway. Here at the home of the Cal Bears, Speaker Aquatics Complex, and a 9-4 lead for USA Blue over USA Red. And Alex Rolsa ending the third with a goal at the buzzer. Has to be such a dejecting feeling for USA Red. As you alluded to, Kirk, they felt like they were getting out of that quarter only down 4.
Yeah, I thought they played, they played well. Honestly, I think they won that quarter. They got some good opportunities, probably better opportunities, and to give up a goal at the end like that kind of puts it a little bit out of reach. But I think this is, again, a great experience for them, and I think they've fought hard and haven't given up and haven't let it get away from them. Let's see if they can continue that in the fourth quarter.
Cornelia goes hard off the bar, rebound out to Cupido, and they'll try it again. Inside, Halleck has good position, trying to switch hands, and it's tipped away.
Played to the referee a little bit there, let the ball go, hoping he'd get that penalty shot. It was a pretty nice catch, nice move, but the goalie's there, and referee let it go.
Backhand attempt and a save by Holland. And we'll go the other way, over a minute gone by here in the fourth.
That was a nice entry pass there by Araya into Osborne. Backhand shot, pretty tough there. Holland swallowed that up.
On the other end, Kimball Helps draw the exclusion as he pours it into Cupido. Then off the bar, a couple here for Cornelia have banged off the crossbar, but they'll keep it with a new shot clock, still on the 6-on-5.
Yeah, Cupido got that early post up there. No help. Able to draw the ejection.
Kimball easy does it right on the front doorstep. He's got another hat trick in this one, and he puts USA Blue up 10-4.
Yeah, Cupido's able to really draw the defense there and lob that ball right over the defender's head. Kimball right there, right in front of the cage, able to finish. I'm sure they work a lot on that during the week at practice with Dan.
Yeah, in the 7 to 9 hour sessions, I would imagine that comes up once or twice.
Yep. Today without a weight belt, so I'm sure they're all happy.
Jackson was flying a little higher on that one.
Exactly.
On the other end, an exclusion. So Dunstan goes off, 6-on-5 here. So much talk about Rio, now the Olympics on the way. You of course, played 2 Olympics. When this stuff starts to come up and all the talk, do you get more nostalgic about it, about the days you played?
That was a long time ago, so you know, it was a great experience and obviously something that you'll always look back on with fond memories and you know, I enjoy watching it and seeing all the events and kind of getting I have an idea of what these guys are going through right now, and it's a long road and they're getting close. Team hasn't been selected yet, so there's a little nerves about your job security, and you got to show up every day and compete. So you know, I know what they're going through, and they're working hard, and they'll go there and battle. I think they got a good young team, and you know, they got an opportunity to compete. From what I've seen worldwide, they have a shot.
Shot attempt there is wide. Yeah, Team USA will come in with a ranking of around 6th overall in the world, so you know, won't be a favorite, at least on paper, going in, but definitely with an opportunity. And as you said, teams still to be selected, and that alone, and of course, having never done that, but you can speak to it better. That moment when you get picked has got to be a special time, where they post the list or you have the talk, or however it goes.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, I definitely can remember those. That's a nice shot there by Ash from the perimeter. Got a little help from a deflection, but
Sure.
Confident shot, nice legs. Taking advantage of the opportunity, giving them their 5th goal.
It is.
So yeah, I think you know, you definitely remember that day, and I think everybody, when you look back and you start talking, I think, you know, we all were convinced we were the one that was going to get cut. Then you have those conversations, and everybody goes, "No, there's no way you were getting cut. There's no way you were getting cut."
Yeah.
Well, somebody was getting, you know. And it's hard, you know, and it's a tough job for the coaches to make those selections, and only 13 get to go every 4 years, and a lot of sacrifice and a lot of hard work, and you know, I know what these guys are going through and how excited they are to finally get to Houston and get your gear and
Sure.
get on a plane and go to Rio and go.
10-5 game here, and USA Blue in good shape. The USA Red comes up with a steal.
Red gets behind the defense again.
And they put it home. Jason Travisano.
Yeah, the USA Blue watching a little bit. They got a transition opportunity, and the back line is kind of spectating, watching it, and USA Red's taking some chances. They're down a few goals. You got to take a few chances, get behind the defense, and get a quick, cheap goal.
Nicely done there by Travisano. Makes it a 10-6 game, 3:38 to play. All this roster talk reminds me of the 2 times I did not make my high school basketball team. You wait, they post the list on the wall, and you scan your name. I imagine the Olympics is a bit different. They have a conversation among the coaching staff, and maybe they bring you in for a meeting, something like that.
Yeah, it's similar to you hear from NFL or professional sports, where they have
Yeah, yeah.
conversations with people, but word starts to get out. And,
Sure.
yeah, you're all getting called in for individual meetings and talking about where you sit.
Yeah.
It's always a little uncomfortable going into that meeting.
Sure, sure.
You get a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
14, 15, 16 guys they got in camp right now, and like I said, it's a hard job to get. 13 every 4 years, and there's only going to be a few new ones this year. So becoming an Olympian's not easy.
Yeah. Four guys in the mix that are returners from London, and then you go from there. 13, as you mentioned, on a roster. And a couple of big games coming up for the USA men's national team. They'll welcome Australia in the month of May. A couple of games, May 20th in Pomona, and then May 22nd, a great doubleheader. And so rare that you get both the men and the women in the same place to play a game in the U.S. It happens a lot internationally, but so a doubleheader there at USC at 1 o'clock on May 22nd. Tickets for all those games at usawaterpolo.org. So it should be a lot of exciting stuff in the lead up to Rio here in the next couple of months.
Yeah, I'll bet we'll have a great crowd too. You get to send them off and get to see the best water polo, some of the best water polo in the world, and teams preparing for their ultimate competition.
And of course, all the action for the men starts August 6th in Rio, for the women August 9th, and all those games available on one of the NBC platforms. That schedule is still to be firmed up with game times.
Look for Cupido here on the inside.
Had it, and then it'll eventually fall into the goal.
I think that ball surfed in on the
I was
wave.
just going to say, how much was the wake there?
He'll take it though. No pictures in the scorebook.
Yeah.
He's going to get credit for that. I think his wave had more of the shot than he did.
Let's second look here.
Yep. Maybe he might have gotten underwater and pushed it a little bit.
Yeah.
But you can see that one coming. Cupido goes to the post on 6-on-5. Most teams are going to be looking for what's happening there. Nice pass by Dunston to get it on his hand, and again, the goalie's got to cross the whole cage. It's kind of hard for him, even after he blocked it, to control it and get it out of there before it gets shoved in.
Good stuff from Luca Cupido. Makes it an 11-6 game with 2:42 to play. So USA Blue has been in control of this game since the beginning, but USA Red has pushed him. It hasn't been a complete walk here. And they score another. You know, they're likely going to be on the losing end of this one, but they've seemed to find a little bit of a groove here offensively in the second half.
Yeah, I think, USA Blue has gone to more of a zone defense in the second half, which allows the red team to set up a little bit more. But they have gotten into that set offense and been able to move the ball on the perimeter, get the ball inside, establish the inside position. And, I think it's a great effort by them as they prepare for their summer and their trips to Europe. I believe they're going at some point in the summer over to Europe and having competition. So this is a valuable experience that they'll need when they get over there, when they're playing teams that are their age, but players that are playing on the professional level in Europe that have a little bit more experience playing larger, more experienced, older players.
And that's how they'll get better. That's how they'll get ready to play at the higher levels of the national team. And that's really the whole point of this whole pipeline thing. Get these athletes ready for that highest level at some point down the road.
Yep, competed in two junior worlds myself in 1985 and 1987. And I think that experience had more to do with my development than anything. College, you can't replace international experience, especially if you plan on going to the Olympics.
Ben Halleck, a guy that would like to be an Olympian someday, able to connect in close.
It's a strong move. He gets the defender backing up, and similar to his goal earlier, the defender backs away, and he goes against that momentum and steps out, and he's free for an open catch and shoot. Olympic
Club USA NorCal coming up next in our final game of the first round of the National League Championship. Don't forget, if you're on social media, use the hashtag USAWPNL for everything National League related. 138 here. This one just about decided with USA Blue ahead 12-7 over USA Red.
Yeah, you can see USA Reds Dylan Woodhead over there talking to Coach Rodriguez, trying to figure out how does he deal with that move by Halleck.
Yeah, talking it out here a bit.
They'll both be at Stanford next year, so Dylan won't have to worry about it.
Only in practice, right? Exclusion.
Blyashoff drew that, driving across the pool. Visconti holding on to the driver. He gives his team an opportunity here on the 6-on-5.
Save made by Drew Holland. Rolsa gathers it up. Power play is over.
USA Reds 6-on-5 looks pretty good. They got good balance and legs on it. I think they might be able to reverse that ball, pass it a few more times, try to get an easier shot.
Shot clock about to expire here on USA Blue. Rolsa leaves it aside as we're under a minute to go in the fourth. 12-7 lead for USA Blue. Last couple of chances here for Red on offense.
Yeah, Rolsa kind of saw that offensive possession wasn't going to work and dumped the ball on the side, forced to the defender that was guarding him to go get the ball, and pretty much takes the counterattack opportunity out of play. It's experienced play by Rolsa.
Attempt there is field blocked. A race for it, and Drew Holland's there first. Long outlet now. Shot clock is off. Final 15 seconds. Here's Rolsa ahead of the crew. He's got Irving weak side. Deals to Irving. Moving in. Faking. Waiting. Scoring. Maxwell Irving puts the capper on this one with 5 seconds left, putting USA Blue ahead 13-7.
Nice balance there by Irving. You can just see him kind of wait out the goalie and wait till he falls down. He's got great balance, good legs. Takes his time, knows he's got the time to make it a great shot, make sure he finishes that opportunity.
Last chance for Red. Moulton lets it go. Holland knocks it down. That's the game. A 13-7 win for USA Blue as they defeat USA Red. They will move into the semifinals as well of the National League Championship. And that is going to wrap it for this match here. Kirk, your final thoughts here on this one?
Yeah, I think that was it was an entertaining game, and with Alex's USA Red team, I think they're looking for experience, and that's a perfect opportunity to play against a couple players that we think will be in Rio, or at least are on that last group of to compete for the next couple months, and that's invaluable experience for that team. For USA Blue, I think they were able to change the momentum a little bit, playing a hard physical press. And we're able to kind of extend the lead, and I think that'll help them moving into the rest of the weekend, where there's bigger fish to fry, and they're going to try to go after Nyack or the O Club or one of those club teams and see if they can't keep the championship within the USA teams this year.
13-7 the win for USA Blue. USA NorCal Olympic Club up next for Kirk Everest, Greg Meskel. Thanks for joining us. Come back and see us for that next match right here on USA Water Polo TV.